Welcome in, Cowboys Nation, to the Game Day Live halftime show presented by Hattie B's Hot Chicken. No conversation about the best Nashville-style hot chicken is complete without a serious mention of Hattie B's Hot Chicken. Make sure y'all check out the new location in Dallas, Texas, down in Deep Ellum, where we will be Friday. But nothing is hot about this first half of the Dallas Cowboys, Jesse. One of the worst first halves I've seen from this team this season. They are down 6-13, and even when they get a touchdown, special teams, another error, missed field goal, just a ton of mistakes from the offense, from the defense, from special teams, all around. Just a very poor, sloppy first half, and there's a dilemma I want to talk to you about once we go through the first half here that I think they've put themselves into right now.
You know, we said coming into this game that Washington will be motivated. They're playing guys, and nothing would serve them better than to beat the Cowboys at the end of the season. And for the most part, the Cowboys are doing a lot to beat themselves.
Here you go. There's some gifts after Christmas.
I always say, only in sports is beating yourself doesn't feel good. The only time that doesn't feel good when beating yourself doesn't feel good. The only time it doesn't feel good is in sports. And the Cowboys have lined The Cowboys have found a way.
Where's my buttons? I need all the buttons.
Hell no.
I'm trying to find some happiness in this whole.
Thank you, because I needed that.
This whole first half, it's been abysmal. It's been
terrible,
frustrating. Another slow, bad start for the Cowboys, and frankly, to be honest, we've seen this far too much. And with
who they are,
with the playoffs literally a week away. Here's my hope, and this is me taking the major homer swing. I'm hoping that this bad performance causes the Cowboys to go back like they normally do and say, hey, we got to get back right, and then there's an explosion. Just stay with me that there's an explosion next week against Tampa. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but, again, so many things that we've seen that's now become almost characteristic of this football team.
Yeah.
Dak with another bad interception. And that one almost seemed like,
what are you doing?
He was like, oh, my fault, dude. You was supposed to intercept the first one and you fell? Don't worry. Line up, we'll do it again. I'll throw you another one. And he went back and he threw another one that was actually intercepted this time for interception. Special teams are not playing well today. There's so much. And outside of that last drive before.
That was a struggle
before the half. That got 25 yards passing.
Even, what is it right
80
now?
At
80 yards now is not.
9 for 21 for 80 yards, averaging 3.8 yards, a throw, a pick in that situation, and a sack. He has a QB rating right now of 49.7. It's just been a bad football game, and I think now we come to the question that you are wondering.
The Eagles are winning, 19-0, 16-0, something like that. And so you're locked into the fifth seed. The Eagles are going to win this game. But do you have the luxury to sit any of these guys like a lot of people? Like we were talking about in the pregame show, if it comes down the pike, right, Eagles are winning by a lot. 17 points was the kind of the score we were saying. They're up 16-0 right now. Do you say, all right, man, that's a wrap for our starters because, there's no point? I don't know how you do that. I know you can say, well, Will, it's a week-to-week league. Next week could be this, could be that. But I don't know how you can go into the playoffs playing like this. In every facet of the game, you have been abysmal. You've been abysmal on third down against the Washington football team and their rookie quarterback. He threw a boneheaded interception in the red zone. But other than that, he's been moving the chains, and he's put up a touchdown on his first pass.
And they missed two field goals.
So they've been in field goal position. Offensively, you're throwing pick sixes, and you're just – I don't know what this is offensively. This just looks like they just don't care, which is wild to me because you should still come out here as if you cared. And then on special teams, you miss an extra point, you muff a punt, you drop a punt. Everything from every aspect of this team looks terrible. How do you say, all right, cool, let's bench our guys and give them some rest, and that's what you take into next week down in Tampa on the road? I can't do it.
There's one play that comes to my mind. And if you're watching this football game, Dak Prescott scrambles, and he's going forward, and he dives forward,
and
Daron Payne falls on top of him.
That would be the reasoning.
everything that you're saying is 1,000% valid, 1,000% right. But I watched that play where Dak is trying to fight for a first down that he didn't get, and he dives forward and he falls shoulder first into the ground.
Could have been a Jalen Hurts situation.
And Deron Payne, who's every bit of 275, 65, 75, 85 pounds, falls hard on top of him. That can be catastrophic. I know Cooper Rush did a job well done. I don't want to go into the playoffs with Cooper Rush as my quarterback.
No.
So while everything you're saying is 1,000,000, they look terrible on offense. They look terrible on special teams. Defense is still giving up at this point in time. Well, not too bad, giving up run games, but it's a halftime. They give up 3. They give it up 74.
Isn't as terrible, but
right.
they're
giving up
as
75 yards rushing so far on the ground, and Sam Howell is Sam Howell. That is the reason you pull a guy like Dak Prescott in the second half.
Can't argue it.
Like that play right there, and because at the end of the day, I know people are saying, well, when you're a player and you're on the football field, you can't prevent everything from happening. Like Dak right there was fighting for extra yards.
Which comes natural
to a player. And so he doesn't have in the back of his mind or even knows that Deron Payne is coming from behind. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to get extra yards. You can't predict that. The only way that you can predict Dak Prescott is being healthy for next weekend's playoff game is to not play him any longer. Like that is the only way, because a guy can fall on his knee, a guy can, and to be honest with you, Tyron's been having a tough day.
Yeah.
And guys are coming off that edge. Great job by Dak by keeping 200 on the football, because Montez Sweat had came off the edge that time.
He had him. It looked like the Eagles. Remember when he
got?
Yeah.
And he had him on that one. So everything that again, I don't sound like a broken record, but everything as you said, 100%. How can you see the guys when they look that bad? You got to say, you know what, guys, we're gonna have to figure out a way to get this done in practice, to find some rhythm in practice this week, because I can't afford to have that play derail our season in the playoffs because of Dak going to get extra yards and he falls down on the shoulder and someone falls on top of him.
I can't even push back on that because that's the reason. I said, well, how can you go in? That's how. What if something happens to him and now you're in the playoffs and it's pretty much over in Philly. Like I said, 16-0 right now. I don't see Davis Webb and them scoring enough to make this a contest. Doesn't really matter now what is happening in Arizona with the Niners game. So, yeah, I can't really push back on that. But this is a bad taste left in your mouth if you go into the week of practice with this. I mean, maybe it's one of those situations where McCarthy can get on them or whomever can get on them.
They better find them mojo moments. They better dig down in their mojo bag and find whatever you got to do. Find your mojo. You better mojo it up.
Yeah.
Because,
you can't go into Tampa. We say this a lot. You can't do this, you can't do that against XYZ team, but you literally can't even do this against bad teams. Hence, you're playing against a bad team.
This is the bad look because, Sam Howell is Sam Howell, and you're down 13-6.
And it could be 20-0. Or 20-6, whatever, because they missed 3 kicks.
They
the extra point and 2 field goals. 2 field goals. So, it could be way worse. So, we've been saying this a lot, right? Like, you can't play like this against better opponents. You can't play like this against a high school team.
No.
Right?
No.
You go down to Tampa and do this, you're down 27-0, sir.
Tampa's not gonna get to the goal line and give you they're gonna score touchdowns and you'll be down 14-0 before you even blink.
And I get it's week to week, but the problem is this has been consistent. At this point, you can check in. An interception is going to happen by Dak Prescott. Whether it be a tip ball, whether it be a bad pass, you can pretty much put that on your bingo card. Dak's going to throw a pick. When is it the pick? Is it the second quarter like it's been mostly this year? Is it the first quarter? When is that going to get out the way, right? Now you just hope it ain't a dang on pick 6. The defense, they're going to give up some type of drive, right? That's going to happen. Offensively, it seems like you're just not going to get anything going on the ground. Right now, they have nothing going on the ground.
41 yards rushing.
They're not even attempting to try to do anything creative on the ground. The very first possession, run, 3rd and 5, or was a pass, I think, on the second down. 3rd and 5, Jesse.
Draw.
What? Like, are you punting this game early on, and then it went downhill from there for the offense, and now we're sitting here at halftime figuring out what do you do? Do you play them or do you rest them? And you shouldn't even be having this conversation. Look, even if you go into halftime, it's 13-13 or 17-13, your offenses look okay, right? Yeah, you can pull them. But I mean, no doubt about it. Not even thinking twice about it. Now you kind of got to think, what do I do here? That's a conversation they're having, and I guarantee they're having it. Like, should we give them one more possession?
No, you're right. You're right, because they've looked that bad, and you want to leave the field saying, all right, we got some good things going, and maybe you take that last touchdown drive as the indicator of, all right, we got that going, so maybe we'll sit guys with that. But it wasn't a good look.
No, not at all. And they're about to start the second half, so we're going to get our answer real fast here, Jesse, and we'll see what's going on here in the post-game show. But this has been the Game Day Live halftime show presented by Hattie B's Chicken. Make sure you guys check us out at Hattie B's. We'll be live down in Deep Ellum in Dallas on Friday. And if you haven't tasted or visited any of the Hattie B's Chicken, they are a fast casual eatery and has a new location, like I said, in Dallas, and it serves up hot chicken with varying levels of heat from southern, mild, medium, to hot, to shut the cluck up. I can't believe that's an actual thing, but shut the cluck up. So check them out, and check us out on Friday. This has been the Game Day Live halftime show presented by Hattie B's. Kickoff starting right now. We'll see you on the post-game show.